Main Street in downtown Kent is an attraction to both Kent State students and members of the Kent community. Every day, people flock to Main Street in downtown Kent for entertainment and ways to pass the time. The addition of Acorn Alley as well as the Phoenix Project has started to transform the look of downtown Kent. With all of the new attractions, it is easy to look past the historic value of the area. But popular attractions currently sitting on Main Street hold tremendous amounts of history, dating back to the early 1900s, making downtown Kent the ultimate destination. We begin our journey at one of the most famous locations in downtown Kent, Ray's Place. Located just south of Main Street, the site has attracted many different groups of people throughout the years.
I think what's interesting is it's a bar where young people can have a wonderful time at night, but at the same time, I took my son there when my son was 6 months old.
Whether it's the kids, the families, the professor, the ditch digger, the college student, or the visitor or the alumni that comes back that really wants to see this place because this is what's familiar. This is what they remember, you know.
Although a staple establishment in downtown Kent, the site of Ray's hasn't always been a place to eat or grab a quick beer.
It wasn't always Ray's. It's been Ray's since 1937. Prior to that time, the building dates to, I believe, the late 19th century. Half of the building was a drugstore. That was the original location of Thompson's drugstore. The other half of it was a central hotel. I don't know if it was necessarily the most thriving, but I think that the hotel in particular would have been kept in business because of the trains. Kent was very, very much a railroad town.
The old hotel had its share of popular guests. In 1894, W.C. Fields made a stop at the Central Hotel after a performance with the vaudeville group at the Opera House. The drugstore and hotel remained in business until 1937 when Ray's Place took over the site.
There was a Salvatore family that operated Ray's, and down the street from them was the Mandelari family that operated a number of taverns and lounges where Dominic's is. Now Dominic was the son of the Mandelari. So a lot of the Italian-American people lived along Franklin Avenue.
Yeah, Ray's started in 1937 by Ray Salvatore, and his picture of him and his wife is above the booths downstairs, and we say that was the first pot of chili they were bringing in.
I went into Kent State in the 1970s. I graduated in 1977. I never set foot in Ray's. Ray's was like an old man's bar. It was a towny bar. Students weren't particularly welcome there. Once Charlie Thomas bought it, which I think was like in 1976 or 1977, Ray's became a cool place to be.
By accident one day I was in there talking and I said something to Buddy and he said, "Do you want to buy it?" And I said, "Yeah."
It became the place to go when you were a student. And you went down for a beer, and a burger. Oh, and Gertie's chili. You had to have Gertie's chili. I mean, that was really important.
Since Charlie gained ownership in the late 70s, the historical building has seen many expansions and renovations, one of which was Mother's Junction, a band bar above the restaurant when Charlie bought the business.
This place up here was really, for lack of a better word, a real pit. And it was dark and dungy and almost kind of dirty, except we kept it clean.
Due to changing alcohol regulations in the 1990s, Ray's expanded their food menu. In addition, the building was renovated from the floorboards to the rafters to make business safe for all types of visitors that now go to the establishment.
There's no airs. You know, you can come in with a suit if you want to. You can come in with shorts on or workout suit, or people just always felt good.
I think the charm of it is it's a very, very welcoming place. You never feel uncomfortable. Some of my best memories are, going to Ray's on a winter night, and maybe 11 o'clock or midnight, and it is really cold outside and there's snow on the ground. You open the door and there's light and warmth and laughter, and it's like what I imagine it's like going into a speakeasy in the 1920s.